Yeah, hi guys, good morning. Okay, can you hear me?
Right.
In
Yes.
today's
Yes.
session, okay. So in today's session, we'll discuss about Terraform. Okay, so let me share my screen first. Okay. So any idea what is Terraform? Anyone? Yes or no? Okay. So Terraform is a tool. Terraform is a tool for IAC. IAC means
Infrastructure as a code.
infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code. Okay. So basically, Terraform is used to provision the infrastructure. Provision the infrastructure ante if I want to create any infrastructure, okay, I mean without manual intervention. For example, all these days, what we were doing, we were using AWS console to create our EC2, VPCs, internet gateways, load balancer, and everything. Okay, so with the help of Terraform, we can automatically provision the infrastructure without any manual intervention. And without using graphical user interface, with the help of Terraform script, we can provision our infrastructure. Okay, so this is very powerful tool, and it is a kind of open source. Open source ante free of cost. I mean, no license required for using Terraform. Okay, let me know if you have any questions on this. Okay, and Terraform is developed by HashiCorp. Okay, HashiCorp is a company who has developed Terraform, and Terraform is an open source tool, and this is very widely used as of now. We have very huge demand of Terraform in the market. Each and every interview, I mean, almost in all the interviews, they will be asking about Terraform. So similar to Terraform, we have one more tool called CloudFormation in AWS. CloudFormation is also an IAC tool. Okay. So now, what's the difference between CloudFormation and Terraform? Why are we not using CloudFormation? Why are we using Terraform? So TF means CloudFormation, okay, and Terraform. CF is used or restricted only to AWS. And with the help of CloudFormation, we can provision our instances or our infrastructure only on AWS cloud itself. Apart from AWS, CloudFormation templates cannot be used for any cloud providers. Whereas for Terraform is used for provisioning on multiple cloud providers. Means multiple cloud providers means AWS, Azure, GCP, as well as we have n number of providers which are being supported by Terraform. Okay, that's the reason Terraform is very widely used as of now. Okay, if we are using CloudFormation, we can only provision the infrastructure on AWS servers itself, on AWS cloud. But whereas with the help of Terraform, we can use them for AWS, Microsoft Azure Cloud, Google Cloud, as well as some third-party vendor stacks as well. Okay, so Terraform is being developed by HashiCorp, but the language which is used by Terraform is HCL. Terraform uses HCL language. HCL means Hashi or language. Okay, Terraform uses HCL language basically. So whatever script we are writing in Terraform, right? So that will belongs to HCL language. Okay, any questions? Guys, understood? అర్థమైందా? Okay. So now
the HashiCorp
HashiCorp
configuration language. HCL.
అర్థం కాలే, నీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
HCL HashiCorp configuration language.
అంతే, అది HashiCorp language or HashiCorp configuration language. Okay. So what are the different providers available in Terraform? Okay, let us check that. Okay, so if I'll go to Terraform registry, we have the official documentation of Terraform registry. What is Terraform registry? Registry is nothing but an open source, I mean central place where we can find n number of modules or providers available in Terraform or which is supported by Terraform. Okay, so if I'll open this, okay, here we can see these are the major cloud providers which is being supported by Terraform, that is AWS, Azure, Oracle, Kubernetes, GCP, Alibaba, as well as we have different providers as well. We have n number of providers, chala providers ఉన్నాయి which will be supported by Terraform. Okay, so registry is the place from where we can check each and every module. If for example, if you want to create one EC2, okay, just come to AWS registry. Okay, here if suppose if I am opening this, okay, I want to check about EC2, right? Alright, let me search for AWS EC2. AWS VPC. Okay, let me Google it. Terraform AWS EC2 modules. Okay, then I can go to this registry. Okay, here we can find how we can use the module. Okay, this is the basic syntax. As of now, just ignore this. Why are we using this and all? Okay, so we'll focus on the modules of providers. Okay, so this is our AWS module which will be used to provision the EC2 instance. Okay, so if you want to create any load balancer or VPC, then we can check the syntax or the basic format on which provider needs to be used, everything from the registry. So this is the official registry provided by Terraform, and this is one of the actual source of truth. I think this is the true data what we can find from the Terraform website. Okay, so now how to install Terraform? Okay, Terraform installation. For example, if you are using Windows, I mean as of now we are using Windows servers, right? So in Windows we have already installed Visual Studio Code, right? Okay, I hope everyone has installed Visual Studio Code, which will be used in order to write our scripts. Okay, so if you want to download Terraform on Windows, just go to Google, Terraform download for Windows. Okay, if I'll open this, if I'll select Windows, if you have Linux server, for example, మన దగ్గర Linux machines ఉన్నాయి EC2. If you want to install on Linux, then you can execute these commands based upon the Linux distribution. If you are using Amazon Linux, select Amazon Linux and execute these commands, which will help us to install Terraform. As of now, we don't require any Linux servers for the, for practice purpose. So what I will do, just go to Windows, okay, and download this, okay. So once this is downloaded, already I have downloaded this, okay. Once this is downloaded, for example, okay, so this is the archive package which will be downloaded, okay. Once this is downloaded, if I'll open this, here we can find one file called terraform.exe. This is our executable file, okay. Double click on this and this will help us to install Terraform. Apart from that, what we need to do is just extract this over here, okay, and copy and go to your C, okay, Windows C, okay, and paste it over in C directory. Try to extract your file in C directory, okay, and here we can find our terraform.exe application, okay. Once this is done, what we need to do is, for example, terraform-v, okay. So here, if I'm opening git bash or cmd or powershell, the moment I execute terraform-v, then I can see the output with the terraform specific version, okay. So after copying this to C, what we need to do is we need to export the global variables, okay. In Windows machine, we need to export our global variables, okay. So just go to your system variables, okay, click on system variables, okay, click on environmental variables, okay, and then click on edit, or this one, we have Terraform over here, okay. Click on new and paste the path where we have copied our terraform.exe file. C lo undi kabatti I will be configuring that in my C, okay. I will be pasting the variable value as my C location, okay. So wherever we have copied our Terraform, just try to paste that location. So once this is done, save your file, okay, and try to close this already if already opened, okay. Open a new terminal, and if you execute terraform-v, then we can see the version of Terraform which has been installed in our machines, okay. If we are unable to pass the global variable, then in output this will throw as command not found, okay. So basically we need to export the global variables or configure the global variables of Terraform. Then only we can find in our Windows server, Windows machine, okay. So this is how we need to install Terraform. The process is very straightforward. Try to install. If you are not able to pass the global variables, then let me know so that I can help you out, okay. If it is for Linux or any other Mac OS or any other operating system, then we can find the commands over here. So just try to install these commands, okay. So once this is downloaded in our Windows machines, okay. So next what we need to do is we'll see how a basic Terraform template will looks like, okay. A basic Terraform template, how it will looks like and what needs to be written, okay. Let me copy the installation path as well. Okay. Okay. So Terraform configuration will be in this model. Okay. First block and then resource underscore type. Okay. And then curly braces and then option 1, option 2. So basically this will be our block block type, what needs to be used, and this will be our resource type. I mean, what needs to be done. Okay, this will be our provider. Okay, and this will be the type of resource what needs to be created, and this will be our attributes what needs to be written. Okay, what needs to be done. Ante, if suppose you want to pass, I mean, if suppose you want to create one EC2, then what all things are required to create one EC2? The basic things are AMI ID, okay, and then what type of instance, I mean, the size of instance, it can be either T2 micro or T2 large, and key name, VPC ID, subnet ID, all these parameters are called as attributes. Okay, so this is how our Terraform template will looks like. Initially, it will start with the block name and then the resource type and then curly braces, and then we'll be passing different attributes or different parameters what needs to be created. Okay, so in Terraform, for example, let us write one sample, I mean, so one of the basic Terraform template and see how it will be working. Okay, so this is our Visual Studio Code. Okay, so what I will do is I want to create one directory, new folder, Terraform underscore basic. Name of this directory will be Terraform basic. Okay. Once this is done, now let me open that folder from my Visual Studio. Desktop, Terraform basic, select folder. Okay, so this is my folder where I want to create my resources or the configuration file. Okay, so once this is done, now let me create one Terraform template. Before this, what you guys need to do is just go to extensions. Okay, search for HashiCorp. This is one-time activity. Okay, HashiCorp. Here, select this and click on install. I have already installed this in my machine. Okay, so click this. I mean, click on install so that HashiCorp Terraform plugin will be installed in your Visual Studio. What will happen with the help of this plugin? It will be very easy for us to set the syntax or the format of our template automatically. If suppose you are trying, if I'm trying to write something wrong, I mean spelling mistakes, or if I'm not providing the actual spaces and all, then with the help of this plugin, this will automatically correct my template or configuration file. Okay, so try to install this so that our work will be very easy. Okay, so once this is installed, then go to your directory. Okay, this is my directory where I want to create my Terraform template. Okay, click on new file. File name will be main.tf. Okay, main.tf. Let me save this. Tf means .tf means main.tf means
Extension of Terraform.
yeah,
It's Terraform.
extension for the Terraform
Terraform.
resource file. Okay, so .tf is the extension which will be used for the Terraform configuration files or the resource files. Okay, so whenever if I want to create any configuration, then I need to use the extension called Terraform, I mean .tf. Name can be anything, it can be main or with some other name, but the extension will be .tf. This is what Terraform will assume that this is the main configuration file in Terraform. Okay, so once this is done, now let me write one basic script. Okay, so we have resource. You can do it automatically when I'm trying to use resource, it is auto popping because of that plugin what we have been installed. Okay, guys, 1 second. Okay, so .tf file will be, this file can be created with any editor. It can be Visual Studio, it can be either Notepad, VI editor, Vim editor, Linux, Mac OS, any operating system. ఎలా అయినా create చేయొచ్చు. How we used to create the 0 byte size file. Okay, so it can be, it should be only with the extension called .tf. Okay, once this is created, now let me configure one basic script. Okay, resource local underscore file, for example, let me name this my pet. Okay, and then file name, these are the attributes what I am trying to pass. Okay, slash where is my location check cheskunda, where I want to create this file. Okay, I want to create this in Terraform underscore basic. Okay, so let me click on git bash here, pwd, let me copy the location, slash threads.txt. Okay, I want to create one file, and the content of the file should be okay. So I have created one small block of one, I mean, a small piece of code with the help of Terraform, and this will help us to create one local file. Local file is nothing but the provider. Okay, so this is the block type. Resource is nothing but our block type. Okay, local is nothing but our provider. File is nothing but our type. What type of provider we want to use. Okay, and my pet is nothing but the logical name, and I mean ఒక name ఇస్తున్నాము of particular resource key. Okay, and this will be used only inside Terraform, not outside the Terraform. Okay, this is only for logical representation, or only for our understanding what name I want to use for my local file. Okay, and then we have two attributes. I mean, the file name will be pets.txt. This will be created in this particular location, or else let me remove this. This is also not required. Okay, pets.txt will be my file name. Okay, and then the content, a particular file, no, I want the content called I love pets. Okay, so this is a very small block of code of Terraform. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, let me copy this. Right, someone? Okay, so resource will be our block, and then we have local will be our provider, name of the provider. This will be type of resource, or what needs to be created. Basically, in our case, we are trying to create one file. Okay, my pet name for Terraform. Basically, this is a name what I'm using to call my resource. Okay, and then file name and content. These are the attributes used for the resource. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, I am trying to use the resource block, and the provider is local. Okay, and we have the resource type is file file name will be my pet, I mean as part of Terraform. Okay, and the file name what needs to be created is pets.txt, and the content in that file should be I love pets. Okay, so if I'll open this, I mean nakela also what needs to be written. Do we have any provider called local? How do we know that? So basically, if you want to check all this content, which provider is available, which is not available, then we can go to registry. Okay, go to registry, go to local. This is to create in your local machine. Okay, wherever, if suppose it is Linux, then you can create in your Linux box. Okay, so if I'll click on this, okay, let me go to documentation. Okay, here see here we have two different type of providers for local block. Okay, one is local file, one is local sensitive file. Okay, if I'll click on local file, here we can see how we can use the file. Okay, what all the different attributes can be used. See, required is file name. File name is the mandatory attribute which needs to be used. Optional is the content and directory permission, file permission, source, other details are optional. Whether you want to use, we can use. If not, we can ignore. But file name is one of the mandatory attribute which needs to be used in order to create one file. Okay, please understood. आया समझ में नहीं, आप कुछ कह रहे हो, आवाज नहीं है किसकी भी.
అర్థమైంది.
समझ में आ रहा है थोड़ा.
ఇనిషియల్లీ ఏమవుతుంది ఫస్ట్ టైం కాబట్టి అది లోకల్ రిసోర్స్ ఎక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చింది అవన్నీ కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ ఉంటుంది. యాజ్ యూ ప్రాక్టీస్ దెన్ యూ విల్ గెట్ టు నో హౌ వీ కెన్ సీ, ఐ మీన్ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ వీ కెన్ ఫైండ్ వాట్ ఆల్ ప్రొవైడర్స్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ Terraform. Okay, hope this is clear till now. Okay, so now so now we have our basic Terraform code which is completed. Okay, so now what I will do is I want to execute my Terraform template. I want to execute my Terraform template. Okay, so in this case, let me click on terminal. Okay, new terminal. Okay, and the location should be the same where we have configured or stored our main.tf file. Okay, so currently I am in the same location, users desktop terraform_basics. Okay, if I'll do ls, student, here I can find main.tf. Okay, so with the help of Visual Studio, we can write the resource files as well as execute them at the same point of time. At the same point of time, we can also execute this. Okay, so let me save this, Control S, this file is saved. Now, so once this is done, I will execute one command called terraform init. Okay, basically init command will help us to initialize our repository, similar to Git and GitHub what we have seen. Okay, so when I'll do init, what it will do, Terraform will execute, this will not execute my script. Basically this will initialize as well as this will download the provider called local_file. Okay, ante in order to use this local_file, we need to have the dependencies as well. If suppose you want to create AWS EC2, we need to have the AWS EC2 dependencies installed in our machine. Okay, so when I do terraform init, let me hit this. Okay, see, you can see what is happening. You can see initializing the backend, finding latest version of HashiCorp local. Okay, local, this one, this is the provider. Okay, installing HashiCorp local version 2.4.0. installed HashiCorp local version 2.4.0. Basically, what Terraform has did, Terraform has installed all the dependencies which were required to execute this local provider. Okay, ఈ లోకల్ రిసోర్స్ యూస్ చేయడానికి ఏవైతే డిపెండెన్సీస్ అవసరం ఉన్నాయో Terraform has downloaded each and every dependency when we have executed Terraform init. And at the same point of time, we can see one directory has been created with the name called dot terraform. This is one hidden directory. If I click this, okay, if I click this, right, so this will contain, this will have the complete information of our provider. Okay, if suppose we want to use AWS provider, okay, in that case what we need to do, we need to use init again, so that this will download the complete dependencies of the provider. Okay, what is provider? Terraform provider is a complete package of API calls to provider. Complete package of API calls to create, or let us talk in this way, to communicate with our resource. Okay, whatever resource it can be, either local, it can be either AWS, it can be Azure, even on the moment we use that provider or we execute Terraform in it, this will help us to install all the dependencies which are required to communicate with our provider. Without initialization, I can't execute my script. For example, let me delete this. Okay, so let me delete this.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir. What is API calls?
API is a kind of, for example, if you are visiting one restaurant, okay, so you will be sitting in your table and you will be ordering whatever you want to the waiter, right? And waiter will go to the kitchen and he will inform the chef that so and so table number he wants to eat this. In this use case, waiter is nothing but one API who is taking the information from you and passing that to the chef. And again, when chef has prepared your dish, he will be bringing back that dish to your table. Okay, basically that's to communicate between two applications. Okay,
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
so what I have did, I have deleted .terraform file. Okay, as well as, I mean, as of now, whatever we have installed with the help of Terraform in it, I have deleted all that files. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so as of now we don't have any dependencies installed, so let me use the command called terraform apply. What this command will do, this command will help us to execute this main.tf file. Okay, if I hit enter, see, we are able to see some errors in terms of inconsistent dependency log file. The dependencies are not installed. Okay, registry terraform local is not installed. That's the reason we will be not able to execute this set of resource block. Okay, so we need to use terraform init so that it will download all the dependencies which are required to execute this provider. Okay, dependencies will aim install this only, this will install APIs itself. That's how we will be communicating. Okay, plugins, we can say plugins or API calls. Okay, let me clear this up and let me execute Terraform in it. Once this is hit, I mean, here we can see multiple directories created. Okay, this is trying to connect to the backend and this has been installed. Terraform has been successfully initialized. Okay, so we have installed our basic dependencies. Okay, and now we have one command terraform plan. Okay, so terraform plan command will help us to actually, it's a kind of dry run means it will only check how the change will be implemented or executed on the end machines, I mean on the target servers or target machines, how this change will looks like. but this will not actually get executed. This will only show it just to చూపిస్తుంది, okay, this and these changes you are trying to do. This is what happen when you execute this script. Okay, for example, let me show Terraform plan. Okay, see here we can see Terraform used to selected providers. Okay, so this is showing that one change needs to be added. Okay, 0 to change and 0 to destroy means because of the above file I am trying to create one file called pets.txt. okay, that's what it is mentioning here. If you see plus create, plus means creation, okay, which will be in green symbol. If it is showing as minus, then it means destroy. This will be in a kind of orange or red color. Okay, and modify means it will be in tilde symbol, that is kind of light orange color. Okay, so plan will only help us to understand what changes we are going to make, but this will not actually get executed. This will only show how the changes will be done when we execute our resource file. Okay, so whenever if you whenever one second guys, blueprint ये है show. Okay, now plan भी kind of blueprint is here. Okay, so basically what I was talking. Okay, so okay, sorry. So Terraform plan will only help us to understand how our template will get executed on the end machines. When we execute Terraform apply, how the changes will be done. Okay, with the help of plan, this is very important guys, because with the help of plan we can see what will happen. ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసిన తర్వాత బాధపడే కంటే ముందే చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి how the changes will get executed. Okay, so this is what will be happening when I will be executing Terraform apply. Okay, so Terraform apply command is used to actually execute our template. Okay, so Terraform apply, if I'll hit enter, see it is telling us that with the help of this template we are creating one file. Okay, the file name, I mean this is the resource block what we have used. Okay, the content of this file will be I love pets, this is what I have passed, right? And file name is pets.txt, this is what I have passed. All these attributes I haven't passed in my template. This has been automatically fetched by Terraform itself. Even in pass చేయలేదు మన template లో. This is automatically fetched by Terraform itself. The directory permissions for this file will be 0,777. File permissions will be 0,777. Okay, ID will get created once our template has been successfully created. Okay, so again after this it is asking whether to perform these actions. Again it is asking the user whether to execute or not. Okay, so if I'll execute yes, then this will get executed. If I'll pass as no, then this will be stopping, I mean this will not get executed. Okay, if I'll click on yes, see apply complete, resources 1 added, 0 changed, 0 destroyed. Here we can see that local file dot mypet has been creating. Local file dot mypet creation complete after 0 seconds, and this is the unique ID. Same GitHub lo oka commit ID vastada, similar to that it will also create one ID, a random generated unique ID for each and every apply. Okay, so here if you see we can find a file called pets.txt has been created. Okay, if I click this file, here I can find the content of the file as I love pets. Okay, apart from that we can also see one file called terraform.txt. We'll talk about this file after, I mean in the next session. As of now we'll ignore this. Okay, let us focus on pets.txt itself. Okay, so whatever I have passed, this has been created. Guys, is this clear?
Okay, bro.
Okay. For example, I want to change my content. Okay, instead of love, what I will do, I hate pets. I have changed the configuration file. Let me save this. Okay, no need to execute Terraform init for now because that is only one time activity. Okay, now if I use Terraform apply, or let me use plan first. Okay, Terraform plan. See what is happening. When I'll execute Terraform plan, this was my previous ID. Okay, here it is showing as minus or plus, means first it is deleting and then it is creating. First it is destroying and then it is creating, because the content of the file has been changed. Okay, so ఇక్కడ చూడండి, the content I love, initially it was I love pets, now we have been changed this to I hate pets. So this will be the change what we can see in our file. Till symbol means modifying or changing. Till symbol will represent modifying or changing. Okay, so this will happen. I mean, one to add, zero to change, one to destroy. Okay, so if I execute Terraform apply, it is asking to enter a value. Let me use yes. Okay, one added, zero changed, one destroyed. Okay, here if you'll see, local file for initially it has been deleted and then it has created a new file for us. Okay, so if I'll open this pets.txt, here I can see the content as I hate pets. Okay, so for example, for example, for example, what the user is doing, the user is, I want to execute apply command again. I'm using the same command again and again. Okay, Terraform apply. What will happen? Content of the file is same, nothing has been changed, there is no change in the resource. I'm trying to use the same Terraform apply command. Will it create a new file with the same command, with the same content? Let me execute Terraform apply. Okay, see, the moment I have executed Terraform apply, Terraform has understood that there is no change in the infrastructure whatever we have created and the configuration file which is being executed. That's the reason Terraform will not make any changes. Terraform ఏం చేస్తుందంటే, whenever we try to execute same Terraform apply command again and again, so Terraform will check for the configuration file, okay, and the infrastructure which has been created. Means if file, with the help of this configuration we are trying to create a file called I hate pets, right? So this file is already created with the same content, so Terraform will check that. Based upon that, it will make the changes. As of now, in this case, no change has been done. That's the reason Terraform is not making any changes. Okay, and this behavior of Terraform is called as idempotent. Idempotent. Okay, how Terraform will understand? Terraform ki ela telustundi? How Terraform will know whether that file has been available or what content has been written in that file? How Terraform will understand? That is because of that .tf state file. Okay, .tf state file. If you'll open this .tf state file, here we can see lot of information related to our configuration file. Here if you see file name pets.txt. Okay, and the content I hate pets. Okay, state file is very important in Terraform. State file will basically contain the complete information of our configurations. Okay, state file will have the complete information of the configuration. From here Terraform will check. Without state file, Terraform will not be able to understand what is actually available on our infrastructure, what has created, what has been deleted. Okay, so Terraform state file is very important. We'll discuss about state file in the later part of these sessions. Okay, as of now, let us stick to main.tf only. Okay, so for example, I have created this, right? So I want to delete this. I want to delete this. In this case, what I can do? Terraform. Sorry. In this case, I can use Terraform destroy command, which will help us to delete whatever we have created. See, minus means deleting. Okay, if I do yes, resources one destroy. See, if you see here, main.txt has been deleted. Now there is no pets.txt. This file is not available because we have deleted. Okay. That's clear.
బ్రో
Yeah.
మనం ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ ఒకటి pet.txt అని క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా, నేమ్ ఇవ్వకుండా డిస్ట్రాయ్ చేసేస్తున్నాం. అంటే పైన ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు డిస్ట్రాయ్ చేస్తాం. సపోజ్ మన ఫ్రెండ్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి,
ఏంది నేము
pets.txt అనే ఫోల్డర్ ఆల్రెడీ అంటే టీఎక్స్టీ ఫైల్ క్రియేట్ అయింది కాబట్టి మనం ఆటోమేటిక్గా డిస్ట్రాయ్ అవుతుంది. అక్కడ డబుల్ టూ ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి,
రెండు ఉండవు. ఎందుకంటే because Terraform will check the state file whether this file is available or not. With the help of Terraform, we can't create with same names. Can we create two files? Possible aitunda? Then so whatever is configured in this, for example, pets.txt and pets1.txt. If you have two files, if you are passing at pets.txt, you want to delete, then this will delete only this file. Terraform give whatever we are commanding, that will do.
ఓకే.
Okay. Any other questions? Terraform is pretty simple, guys. I mean, in terms of writing up the Terraform templates, you can choose it's a basic template. Okay, you need to understand this. First, we need to write the block type, and then the provider and the provider type, and this will be the logical name for Terraform, and this will be your attributes. That's it. Local underscore file lo ఏమేమి attributes ఉన్నాయి ఎలా చెక్ చేయాలంటే we can go for Terraform registry and cross check what attributes can be used. See, these are the attributes what can be used. Okay, so for example, I want to use one more resource. Okay, one more provider. Okay, I want to use this provider called random provider. Okay, so random id is one of the basic example. What it will do is, or is random pet. Okay, random pet, what this will do, this will try to create one unique name automatically. Okay, so here the id is the read name, there's a pet name, and these are the optional, so I don't want to use them. Okay, if suppose ఇది ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే, if you want to provide any name automatically without any manual intervention, if you want to give any name to your configuration, then in this case we can use this random provider. Okay, so in my case, this is one resource block. Okay, what this is one configuration which is trying to create one file. Okay, now my requirement is to create one more resource file. Okay, so same resource, and then let me use random pet. Okay, this one random pet. With the help of plugins, we can see all this. Plugin install cheyakunte this will not be visible for us. Okay, random pet, and this will be the name. Name will be my pet. Okay, and then what is the compulsory attribute what is to be used? id. Let me check this documentation. Okay, Okay, here we have this. So I will be using 3 attributes. Okay, this will generate one random ID to my file with the any name. Okay, the prefix will be Mr. and separator will be dot, and the length of the name will be 1 character. Okay, so this is my syntax. So here what I am trying to do, I am trying to use multiple providers. One provider is local file and another provider available in Terraform is random underscore pet. This will generate one ID for me. Okay, any name. Basically, this will create one name to my pet. Okay, so now if I want to execute this, okay, let me save this. Terraform apply. See, again it is throwing error because this random underscore pet dependencies are not available. So what I need to do, I need to use Terraform init. Okay, once the initialization is done, then again I can go for Terraform plan. This is just a blueprint of what's going to happen. Okay, so this will create this one. Okay, all these things will be created, and then Terraform apply. Yes, see, the file has been created with the content called I hate pets, and with the help of this random name generator, one ID has been created. See, Mr. Label. This is what this source of block, I mean this piece of code has been doing for us. This has created one random name for us. In name ekkada use cheyali, ela use cheyali, we'll see that again as well. Okay, so as of now, Mr. is my prefix, whatever I'm trying to pass. Okay, dot is the separator and length is 1. So here we can see as lemur. Okay, for example, instead of Mr. I want to change this as Miss. Okay, if I'll execute Terraform apply again, yes, only one change will be seen. Instead of Mr. we can see Miss. Okay, Miss, what happened? Where is the name? Destroying Mr. Lemur. Okay, acha, here we can see one random name called miss.tick. This has been created. It has deleted the existing one and it has created a new one for us. Okay. If you want to delete, so do not delete manually. Try to use Terraform destroy. It will delete everything whatever we have created. It is asking for the confirmation, yes, and then delete it. Okay. So try to check the basic commands called Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. ఇంకొకటి we have one more command called Terraform format. Okay, for example, you can చూడండి how this is being written. Okay, spacings and all. So the moment I execute Terraform FMT means format. Okay, Terraform format command will help us to organize our syntax automatically. If I hit enter, see, this has been modified. అర్థమైందా? మనం ఎలా అయినా రాసుకోవచ్చు. The moment I'll execute Terraform FMT command, this will automatically set our syntax format in a proper organizational way. Okay. Clear? Now try to execute these basics. Okay, I will share this document as well. Try to work on this. In tomorrow's session, what we'll do is we'll try to use variables. Okay, instead of passing hard coding this in the same file, we'll use variables. Okay, as well as we'll see how state file will work, what is state file, and what are the different rules used in Terraform. Okay, guys, do you have any questions, or we are good for now?
Why we are using Terraform? What is the use case?
The reason to use Terraform is to automatically provision our infrastructure. మాన్యువల్గా మనం క్రియేట్ చేయకుండా టెరాఫామ్తో క్రియేట్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇట్ విల్ బి వెరీ ఈజీ ఫర్ అస్ టు మెయింటైన్, క్రియేట్, delete as well as modify. Instead of making the EC2 కానీ VPC కానీ Route 53 కానీ n number of services available in AWS, similar to Microsoft Azure, similar to GCP. ఏమవుతుందంటే as of now we are using some basic files. In real world or real infrastructure, we can see 100 of EC2s. Is it possible for us to make changes in 100 of EC2s manually? There is a chance that we might make some human errors. With the help of Terraform, what we can do, the changes will be applicable to all the servers, okay, as well as it will be very easy for us to maintain as well. Okay, for example అనుకుందాం, we have this project open. Okay, we have this project omega. Okay, this is our infrastructure. ఇది మన infrastructure అనుకుందాం. So we are using all these services: Route 53, Internet Gateway, VPC, load balancer, security group, EC2s, RDS, Lambda, CloudWatch, SNS, S3. Okay, so if suppose this is our existing infrastructure and I have written this in Terraform script. Okay, ఇవన్నీ I have configured this in my Terraform template. Okay, so whenever I want to provision the similar infrastructure or provision the same infrastructure, what I will do, instead of creating it manually, I will execute my Terraform template. Then what will happen, within some fraction of minutes, our infrastructure will be ready. అదే మాన్యువల్ చేస్తే there might be chances of human errors, as well as it will take a lot of time for us to create. But whereas with the help of Terraform, we can easily create, as well as easily delete, as well as easily modify. Okay. Yes, any other questions? If not, then let me stop this recording. Okay.